is approving the minutes that were circulated. I've had some comments about it. I'm still wondering, is the October 1st meeting going to have minutes or?
No, just was 9/29.
October 1st was a recess meeting
Right.
from 9/29, so that's part of that, that's those minutes.
It's not, we're not on it. I don't, maybe to mention that.
No.
We met and it lasted so many hours or whatever.
Is that in the minutes?
I didn't, no.
Okay, can we alter those minutes and present those to you at the next meeting? So you're approving,
Yeah, I approve everything else.
9/1, not 9/29, but 9/1 and 10/6.
I move that we approve the minutes from 9/1 and 10/6.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimously carried. Now we get a presentation from.
I just want to say that the minutes I really appreciate the minutes. Reading back over them, it's very helpful and they're very detailed. So thank you for that.
She's doing a wonderful job here.
Yes.
Director's information to the board. The chairman had expressed some concern over the quality of the camera and the feed. The noise, Chairman, there's not really anything we can do about it because the feeder is at the camera and also the tabulator is at the camera. And this is pretty much the only place we can put the camera, but Scott can certainly talk to you about the quality of the camera.
When I was listening, it sounded like the sound came from that one under the TV. It seemed direction.
Well, they're both sitting over here. So both microphones are sitting over here in this direction. So I know one of the concerns is the field of view camera, the fact that you can't see everything. So if I stand right here, for instance, you can't see me, but if I stand right here, you can. We do have options, and if the board chooses to move in this particular direction, we have an option for a wider scale view. So it would be going from 480, which is what this is, your traditional old school 4x3 TV, your old TV that you would have had at grandma's house, to 720, which is more of a wide scale. The issue that you guys need to consider if you want this to happen, number one, it would happen probably Thursday. But the big issue you need to consider is when we increase the number of pixels that way, the size of the image, we're also making things much more clear. So ballots could potentially be red. So that's probably the big concern is that a ballot could be seen, could be blown up, an image could be captured, blown up, and ballot could be potentially easily interpreted because there's more available pixels. It's the more pixels that you have, more information you have. So it's entirely up to the board what you guys want to do. If you want to, excuse me, peanuts. Excuse me. So if you guys do want to go with a wider scale, we can do that. Just understand that if you do, what's written down may be able to be more easily interpreted by people over the web, and that could be a legal issue, I guess. Or
Yes, the law prohibits pictures of ballots,
Well,
and that's clear.
I'll have to hold up things so I see what's going on. But if the papers are here on this table, I think that's pretty far away from that.
well, but if they're here and you're feeding them into the system, or somebody happens to walk by and has a ballot, that changes the
And we do lay them on that table. That's where the processing part is on that table.
And that's one of the things is we can't just presume all the ballots are only going to stay right there. That's part of the concern. Again, I don't have a dog in this fight other than my own personal ballot, which I'm going to a one-stop site anyway. So I don't have a dog in this fight. If you guys want to do 720 wider view with potentially making those ballots visible, I can provide a camera by Thursday.
Well, we we had video because I think I brought it up saying I didn't see what the good of people just listening. When the interest this year is about how the mail-in ballots being handled, and is there any chance that they can be improperly handled? So if anybody wanted to find out what we're doing, I thought we definitely needed to let them see. And then from my experience when I was out of town, when I watched, I still didn't know what was going on. I saw everybody with a stack in front of them, and I didn't know what they were doing or how many files they had. So I didn't think that kind of coverage is something. But I guess there's some kind of a law saying we at a minimum have to have the sound. Is that it, Madam Director?
I'm sorry, I was taking notes. I'm sorry.
I was saying, I'm not sure that the video we're talking about with the fixed camera is really going to let people feel confident they know what we're doing. And so maybe we could just drop back the sound because it's meeting a legal requirement, even though we know that it's not really conveying much of the image to them.
Well, the way we're delivering this is over YouTube, so video is part of the equation anyway. I mean, we could potentially, this has a little slot on it, we could potentially close the slot and just run with sound, but
Well, I would suggest, I mean, the absentee meetings are limited to this meeting and never how many more, I think, that we have. After that, the tabulator and the letter opener are not going to be the focus of the meetings. You and your area are going to be the focus of the meeting. And that's what we see here. So I would not suggest to get rid of the view because I still feel like even if at its worst, we're still, which I don't think, I've watched it afterwards, and I think, did you watch it last week by any chance? I mean, how did you feel about it? I felt like it was a decent representation. You know, it's not cinematic by any means, but I think it gives the public some kind of insight of what we're doing. We may need to do a better job of explaining what we're doing as we do it, as we're, starting the tabulation. Maybe that's our downfall.
And one other option is when when you're running things through the tabulator, you do have the ability of turning here and focusing on the tabulator or wherever you need to in the room.
That would be helpful. If we have,
Or at least if we put it over there to show and then put it back to the board. To show what's-
And maybe, can we pick up the voices here of these people? They weren't very clear either.
I'll tell you here in just a second.
But I think too, Ben, we maxed out at a grand total of, I think, 3 people total that were watching it. So, I mean, I don't know how much of them would win from the public. It really is for the quality of the
Well, maybe, as I was saying,
Was that 3, Justin? Was that
maybe
3?
it doesn't matter.
Sorry?
We maxed out at 3 last week that were
We
watching.
maxed out at 4.
4.
There was a total of 4. There are 2 watching right now.
Does that include you?
It does.
So in making the sound, in putting the sound at your desk, if, even with the public here, you were able to maybe have a conversation that, not saying the public couldn't hear, but if you were, looking at something that was a private information, you could certainly, make gestures towards the document or something. If you put something on the table where, your voices are picked up, completely, I think it may compromise some voter security at that point. I'm comfortable that everybody here is pretty, I've heard a lot. As a matter of fact, it was kind of loud the first day, and I asked God if he couldn't the paper rustling was, interfering with the sound. I mean, it's got capability for certainly more sound, but I think we need to be careful of how much sound. Because keep in mind what the public would see and hear if they were in here. If we're providing what they would see and hear when they're in here, I think we're doing the yeoman's task to do that. Social distancing and providing the video. But this is a decision for the board, and you need to discuss it amongst yourselves.
I would agree with Brian. It's not going to make much difference.
Yeah, I know one of the persons who was on, I know he was on, and he was pretty satisfied. And had he not been, I think he would have said something because he said, I kept it on all day, the whole time we were here, so. That's his daughter, so, yeah.
Trooper.
So that was one, yeah. Plus he's an attorney, so I was sure he was saying something that he's not doing. He was very
So tell Scott if you want him to do anything.
Are you satisfied with what you'd like, or would you like a different camera?
Well, I can picture how it could be a lot better, but if we don't have an audience, then I don't think it's significant worth worrying about.
Okay.
I think we can move the camera around a little bit more to see that maybe provided. Here's what's going on, we're putting it in the
You
tabulate.
might need to put some makeup on Staley.
He might get to leave.
Draw a face on it. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is we, in the state board directive, I think it was memo 2025, they mentioned, that we didn't have to have public comments. We haven't had public comments through these meetings. I thought about that, and, I don't know what you want to provide for the public to have any comments, but if you want to have that public comment section as we move forward, because I don't anticipate this situation changing any between now and Canvas Day. I mean, I don't anticipate any kind of change with our setup. So I had talked to Scott, and we had approached somebody in IT about setting up an email just for public comments that we could have. I'm concerned with having it go to my email because I have so many. And, the one lady, do you remember the one lady that said we didn't get her stuff? Well, she had actually sent it to the wrong address, but I could have missed it because I have so many. So if you want to do the public comments, or if you want to not have them through the absentee period, which is not required, and then start up on like election day and going forward through the canvas process, I'm just throwing out ideas for you to make a decision on that.
Well, if we're probably gonna, if we're thinking about doing it anyway, for the election day on, I don't see any problem. I mean, if we're gonna do it anyway, we might as well do it sooner than later. I have not really heard complaints about it, but I could imagine complaints about it just out of transparency's sake. So I would, in discussion, suggest we go ahead and set that email address up.
And there's definitely once you start the process of absentees, there should be no interaction with you and the public outside. Even if they were here, you should not, we had the perfect situation back to normal. You shouldn't correspond with the public while you're inside the meeting. So this public comment section does give an opportunity that if there are questions, where is the tabulator, that sort of thing, that they could ask that question and we could address it,
And if I may throw this out there, so we can do an email address, and if this is what you guys want to do, we can set it up. One suggestion I would make is, rather than having people send stuff to an email address, because they may or may not have an email account, is we set up a webcam. And I can set that up very quickly. Basically, they go in, they put in their name, their address, or whatever information you guys require. We can get that set up, and that way, instead of having to have an email account, they can just go to the website, type in their comments, hit submit, and it's done. And it would go to this email address. So
and
on
that's like the jot form thing?
yes. So on Kathy's end, it would be on your end, it would be exactly the same. You would get an email. The difference is we would actually have a database that everything gets dumped into. So if somebody calls up and says, I sent Kathy an email, and Kathy's like, I don't see it, Scott, can you check the database? I can check the database, see if they actually sent it in.
That sounds like a great idea.
So
Could
that's,
Justin be responsible for dumping those out every board meeting?
I can see if I can't give him
Dumping
that
responsibility, I'll
access.
take it.
I will dump as much as I can on you. You look bored, Judson.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
So if that's what the board would like to do, I can get that set up and get you the information, get him set up in the next couple of days.
I motion that we set up a jot form connected to an email account that the public can make comments that we can then receive at the next board meeting.
I'll second that. Any discussion? I would say, I think giving the people time to think about their questions should be helpful, because words are better, and I think the delay, none of these are gonna be that urgent, because they have to be answered immediately, so I think it's a good move.
Well, and I will throw this out, just based on my experience with the commissioners' meetings, you may want to have a time before each meeting. So, for instance, before the commissioners' meetings, all comments are due in by 9 p.m. the night before. And that way Kathy will have some time to collect everything and get it to you. And so that would be one suggestion I would have.
So you would need to check your emails the night before to see the responses.
I would like to amend my motion to include that suggestion.
Okay.
Second.
Let's say 5 o'clock. start.
5 o'clock?
That's a
Okay.
suggestion.
I think you have your motion seconded, but any other comments? Everyone in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And the reason I suggested 5 is we're leaving around 5. We can go ahead and send them out to you. You could have them that evening before to look over, rather than getting them the next morning and having to rush and look at them the next day.
You have a 9 o'clock meeting, Mr. Little.
And we'll put that on the website so that they have the information, if you want to make a public comment.
We make that easy to find on there.
Yes, it'll be on the Board of Elections website. I will send the address to Kathy. I will clarify through her what needs to be required for a comment, and then I'll get it set up. I'll go ahead and talk to our IT guy and get that email account set up for you. And he may tell you to go ahead and send him a request anyway, but that's, so. Is that it for me?
That's it for you, I think, unless anybody has any further questions for Scott, he's gonna leave us.
Well, thank you.
And he's
You all have a good day. Enjoy your meeting.
Thank you for your help.
Goodbye, Scott.
Okay, approval of absentee ballot application.
Can we hear the number?
I think so.
Do you know?
It's, hasn't begun yesterday.
As you know, we're going through the setup for one-stop sites right now, so I'm, like in 7,000 different directions. I was unloading trucks today. Judson and I went to the warehouse, dragging off of pallets, and so I've got more than I can do today. John is in charge of absentee ballots, so after we approve the ballots, I'm gonna go ahead and take leave and get, some things working on that I need to be getting done for opening on Thursday. So is there any, anything you need from me before I shoot out?
The last memo we got, 2030, on activities allowable around polling sites.
Yes, sir.
And it had suggested that the Board of Elections contact local law enforcement just to make sure that they're aware of the situation and the law around that. Has that been, where are we on following through with that recommendation?
I forwarded the memos, both memos, to the Burlington Police, Alamance County Sheriff's Department, Greenville Police, and Nevin Police. They're the ones in our jurisdiction as far as for early voting. I'll make contacts for election day for free. We don't want to give law enforcement and we've had this discussion at the state board, we don't want to give law enforcement the appearance that we don't want them there in case of emergency. We want them to know, if something goes wrong, we certainly want them there. So I've had meetings with them directly on a Zoom meeting with everybody together. We've also asked for security leaving the polling sites at night because it's late, and we're working on that. But yes, I've taken care of that already.
I think this has been ongoing. We've been doing it prior elections, haven't we?
That's right. This is the exact same protocol that we've had for other elections. Exactly. Yes, sir.
And it has been effective.
We've had very few problems, and one of the times was a reactive situation, and so I think we're being proactive this time, and so I think
Yeah,
we're going to be fine.
That was my desire for a proactive approach to it.
Well, our precinct officials are already concerned, they're asking questions about their safety.
That was another part of my intended to ask you about is in terms of reassuring our employees.
Yeah, they're already concerned about their safety from COVID, and now, you know, with the climate of everything in the world, you know, they're concerned about their physical safety as well. And, you know, they're starting to, because we make are required by law to make our list public, some of our precinct officials are getting emails and things that, you know, concern them, you know. So, you know, we're doing our best to make sure that we walk the fine line of not having voter intimidation, not having presence that's not necessary, but having presence available if it is necessary.
Yeah, the memo conveyed the idea of the balance.
Yes. So that's our goal. So,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Now, did the other memo say, you know, can we change from that they don't have to have a mask, or that they do have to wear a mask?
All of our workers and observers are required to wear masks. The voters, we encourage the voters to wear masks. You know, voters should be cognizant that, you know, they're exposing our workers to whatever they have, whether it's cold, flu. I mean, it's not only COVID now.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep our workers safe, you know, for the upcoming election.
Right.
But we're encouraging every voter to wear their mask, and we're providing masks if they don't have them. I bought some little carts, like candy striper carts, where the PPE person will have masks, they'll have hand sanitizer. Our workers will also have do y'all have your?
Well, we didn't know what they were for, because,
Face shields.
Your face shields. Everybody was given a face shield, and I don't think everybody took theirs home, but every worker will be given a face shield that they will have to wear if they choose to do that. Some of the workers will be required to use that. The workers that are in direct contact with voters, they'll be required to wear the mask and the face shield.
Are we throwing away pens after every use?
We're not throwing them away, we're gifting them to the voters.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yes.
We're not gonna have somebody using the same, like at the private.
You know, Brian, I've said single-use pens, but people will say, well, how do you use this? Do you use it? Go right down. By my meaning, single-use is that, you know, I give you a pen, and then it's your pen to take with you.
Right.
Single user.
Single-user pen, that's a good, let me write that down, though.
Did you print the name of the chairman on the pen?
I did not, it wasn't enough room. But I did, we were supposed to get pens from the state, they have not come, so Saturday morning, I think it was, I ordered pens from a company, and all the pens I ordered say, I voted 2020 Alamance County, North Carolina.
Kathy Hall. You got Kathy Hall in them.
They're white, and they either have a blue tip and a blue clicky thing with red writing, or white with red clicky tip and blue writing. I made them red, white, and blue. I didn't want it. I try to steer clear of everything. So they're supposed to be here tomorrow. 10,000 of them will be here tomorrow, 10,000 on Friday. And then hopefully the state's pens will be here next week. And they were supposed to get us styluses too. We haven't received the styluses. Right now we're going to use Q-tips. So it's going to be a very lovely experience. I guess you could say you could use those again. But no, we'll have Q-tips for selective, like on the express stuff. So everything is single use. I mean, we're not keeping anything once an employee or a voter touches something, we don't use it again. And we're having, I think I told you, we're having the people to come in, the retired crew, to come in and wipe off tables periodically, wipe the doorknobs, wipe the handles. We're going to clean the screens on the equipment. We're going to clean the tables where the voting equipment is sitting. So we're being very diligent as far as cleaning and sanitizing. The screens We got the big screens, but they have not come yet. I'm very nervous about those. So after I leave here, I'm gonna go and call the company and see if they've shipped them, what I can expect. If they have not been shipped, maintenance has already put together a significant number of our election days. These guards fall on this line, and we can take those and use those at the one stop sites until the others come in. So, that's what we're doing so far. We're getting all the sites up. It was amazing to me as we started social distancing the sites and putting double tables together and everything, how the rooms shrank. I mean, the space just went away.
Oh, sure.
At Saturday, I literally had a panic attack, and we've been using the tables to set the voting equipment on. I even needed that space. So I ordered booths from Printaway. We had not gotten booths for the express votes yet. I was waiting to see if they were going to give a booth that I liked a little bit better than the ones they're selling. They still hadn't, but I figured that if we could set the booth to the side, that would at least give us 3 more feet of walking space. And you don't know that, 3 feet is a lot right now. So those booths are supposed to be here tomorrow too. So y'all, if I call you tomorrow night at 10 o'clock and say y'all got to come help us set up voting booths, come on.
We'll be there.
We're going to try to get those set up and in place if they get here by the time we open Thursday morning. We're excited. I mean, this is our next hurdle. We have different hurdles, and this is our next one. We're excited to get it started and move on and fill up today.
You want to tell us what you see as a cycle of volume as to when the people, again, Georgia's in the headlines for having a mess. People got there at 4 in the morning, formed the line. And do you see like crowds first thing and last thing and really slow in the middle? Or?
Traditionally, that Thursday and Friday are pretty busy.
The first 2 days?
The first 2 days are pretty busy for people. A lot of people will come the first day. They're very anxious people. They'll come the first day. And then there's the group that says, well, I want to go be first, but I don't want to be first because it might be a line. They'll come Friday. So we've had Saturday, but not Sunday. So I don't know how that's an anomaly that I'm not sure how that's going to work. And the 5th site is an anomaly for this time. So, then usually that first week, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's kind of low. And then it starts picking up every day a little bit more as we go through. And I always tell people, do not wait until the end day. I tell you this every meeting just about. Some people will wait till the end of
Wait till
anything.
Saturday, yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is, they'll wait till the last day. And those people will be in line, and there will be a line on probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday with the last. Guaranteed.
Now, I did get a text asking me that, how did I think the lines were going to be long Thursday and Friday, and if I did, where do I think the shortest, I was like,
I understand.
where did I think the shortest line would be? I tell you, well, there are 5 sites.
Right around to you,
There are 5. So I get that text. So I was just thinking about us at the public asking the questions. They don't have to because they all text me.
Where are you going?
Yeah, I was worried if you all send it to me.
That's what we'll start with.
I need you to
Okay, she's like, here's Dorothy's number, y'all.
Yeah, when I got a text the other night that said, I'm bringing my relative, who gave me the age 90 plus, if her hand is shaking, can I help her? So I get all kinds of texts.
And when you get the text, sometimes I have the feeling, I guess because we do it, and I think you learned more over the past year, certainly than you knew when you came to me. And I think it's, when you look at some of the emails, you think, you know, we really are territorial with what we know. And so many people don't have the answers. They really don't. So it is interesting when you see those doors, you see, you know, people that just don't, they don't know.
That's true.
Well, what was the answer to her question?
That, yes, if somebody needs assistance, they can have assistance from anybody, but their employer,
Yeah.
the care facility, the care facility can't help them.
Right, I mean, that, you know, from my reading, and all of that, I can tell, yeah, I pay attention, or I pay attention.
Assistance is not delineated. The person doing the assisting can do anything they need. That person needs to help them to do it.
You may very well have somebody that doesn't have the use of their hands, so,
Yeah.
you know, as long as the person is saying to that person, you know, mark candidate X, and they can visually watch, like if Dorothy's helping me, I can visually watch her marking candidate X. But whatever the situation, that person who's dictating the marking of the ballot has to make some kind of mark on there, they have to sign in some manner. If it's just a straight line, you know, they have to have that and have that witnessed by somebody.
Plus, we have the ADA machines, right? They're supposed to be able to use those without.
But this would pick somebody
If they're in
who
their
is
home.
coming to, vote, and they're gonna do, maybe they're doing curbside voting because they can't go in. Yeah, so they were asking,
Yeah, that's what we can do.
yeah,
And we have that situation with Homedale. It was way down. We're providing a wonderful service, so
Yeah.
it's good to see people taking advantage of it.
yeah, I'm glad they're asking questions that me, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot out, y'all, I'll try to drop back in before you leave. Thank you, appreciate you.
Thank you, Kathy, for all the hard work.
Well, it's a team, we'll do it together. Thanks so much. And Karen, after you get the numbers from her, you don't have to stay either, but I'm gonna start down the phone. What are you saying?
Today we've got.
Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. And can we have a motion to cancel? We did have a meeting on Thursday this week, never mind. No more things.
Today we have 1,466, to be approved. That's civilian, military, and overseas.
Dawn, you were not on the camera at all.
That's all right. They could hear me, can't they? Then, valid absentee requests. As of today, so far, we have had 19,082 valid request forms. Returned that are returned and fully counted as of yesterday was 8,261. We haven't processed into our system yet. What came the in-person yesterday because it messes up. Mondays messes up our counts for Tuesday, so we hold that off. And then we still have the pending cures. The ones that have been entered is 185, and then they came to us and told us not to process anymore. So we've got maybe about 75 to 100 that are pending. So maybe
Including the initial.
the 185 is the initial,
Uh-huh.
and then there may be, I'm gonna say around, let's say 50 to 75 that I haven't done anything with.
Since they changed the
Since they
direction.
changed, we haven't entered
Well,
them in the
we have a
computer.
freeze until they decide.
We have
what
a
to do.
freeze, correct. So, that's as of right now, we're still pending guidance on that. So, do y'all have, you wanna do the precincts?
And how many voters do we have altogether?
I'll have to get that, I know it's over 100,000.
I think it was 104,000 and some change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Because it might-
almost 105, because I remember.
That's
we
right,
had-
because it might have required a 6.
Yeah, yeah, so we got permission to not have to do anything about that 4,000. You know,
More.
what's happened to-
Morton, okay.
You remember. Oh. Oh, you took our advice and got that chair.
She went and got it, I just keened it strongly.
This needs to be one thing. I'm gonna get better. Just a second.
The slicer.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Is that-
Closed it. Well, I need
Yeah, I guess
one
you
more.
know.
I need one more.
And the basic things we would be looking at are looking at the signature compared to the name on the ballot, and then the completion of the witness sections.
That's-
I see what they've done.
Yeah, we've had several that would, sign it, and we just told them to mark it out and sign underneath on
Okay.
it. Because we didn't want to not count somebody, you know.
Now, I didn't get the instructions. Are these ones, this is from the sample precinct? Or is this?
That's
these
what
ones-
y'all were just kinda,
Are these ones that you have?
you're
problem with?
verifying, we've already checked them, no, we've already checked them, and y'all just double checking that we were doing what we're supposed to do.
We're auditing.
Yeah,
Okay, but this was a randomly picked
Yes.
precinct?
Yeah, I use the very technologically advanced system of pointing with my backpack.
Okay,
yeah,
That we
okay.
become traditional here.
But there really isn't much to look at, is there?
no.
But you can tell, if they're witnesses of war, you know why they have an S2 ballot. And the ones that don't have a stamp of it. probably
They were
brought
brought in person, yeah. Okay. All right, here's the list of y'all, I think y'all signed the last page, wasn't it? No, you start. Okay. Well, that's good. And then these, y'all will see me, these are, the military and overseas that we duplicated this morning. So I'll be adding those to the stack, to the precinct. So I don't want you to think I'm And Yeah, go right. We don't have that. Y'all want to do?
We got another.
Yes. Actually, two more rooms. Y'all- That way, yeah, that's probably true. Okay. What did you? Y'all two look different than you y'all. That's a new one. Oh, no, it's what I call it. Don't call it.
You want to make sure that you got room on the map with the ballot. We aren't looking at the ballot, we're just looking at that one thing and we're counting them out. What I do is count them out while I'm open and then just go through the envelope and get a make sure.
I'll take it. Oh, does it? Okay. Oh, y'all not get them? Is that all? Oh, no.
So you have a little calculator last time,
There it is. Okay.
and I'm telling you the number.
Yes, yeah.
01's 23.
All right.
It filled out 3 different sections on that. Dawn?
Yes.
So somebody put their wallet inside of the envelope?
That's all, as long as this is with the outside of the, there's a, I got it. It's done.
That's funny.
Yeah, we'll put that one together.
We're working on 136.
Uh-huh. Yeah. We started working on, 02.
You done? Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Boxes again.
There's only like a half of them left.
Well, let me get back over here in my position.
Okay. I need y'all have 41. Right.
I think they updated the label.
64 is where it's.
Uh-huh, so here's the line 41. You're right.
Got a number for you, Don. OCW. There's a write-in. Get the number of the write-ins on the write-in tally.
Yeah, you don't really need to look at the balance. They're gonna run. Other thing you're looking at is the CIP. Make sure that matches. If it's a
Yeah,
write-in.
you're doing fine. Yeah, you don't have to look at the ballot.
The machine passes the write-in.
Yeah. And you can-
Let's see. Hold on a minute. We have that. Hold on, that's good. That's it. You guys, got it. Let's put that on top. Yeah. This one right here, I just found this out yesterday. You might have heard about it, I'm supposed to go touch it, definitely put your gloves on, because the cat food on. Her cat. Really good. Yeah, which freezer? Perfect. I don't either. Got a little. And, glove, y'all go get you some gloves.
No, mama.
I'm sorry. What is this, right in? Which one? How many? How many? For 04?
Uh-oh.
Did you grab a stack of? I thought I finished that. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Woo. Thank you.
Get rid of the box. Wait till the right. Yeah.
Slice that.
How's 31 sound?
I believe that's more like it. Yep.
Organization. All right. Brad Rogers. Captain Kangaroo.
Oh, old man with was.
Did y'all have, yeah, okay. Y'all had a military, a little bitty envelope in there? I did. Did you have a little? Sorry, because Yeah, I've got a military over here, so the total should be 52. And which I'm 35. And what do you do with those? You put them right there. That's fine. You can start one. I didn't know what you were doing. And here you go. You got how many?
That's here.
I'm at 21. Is that better? We're one less?
Yes, much.
So you had 21 instead of 22?
Right.
Okay. 17. So we have 51.
Now you're good. Okay.
We have 33 for Bill 5,
35.
faucet.
33.
Right in central boom.
Yeah, hit the right intersection.
Yeah, sure. Right in central boom.
Right in for some.
Right in Central Bank. Can I hear another right in Central?
Yeah.
What is on?
That's a different precinct. Hold on just a second.
You doing it?
This will have to be done.
No,
Yeah.
I think this one. What precinct do you have?
What was that? That was Central Boone.
05?
Oh, I got 05 right here.
Yeah, you dropped that.
Yes. Thank you.
Water. Air.
But their name's already on the resident one, so.
Okay. All right, Central Boone. Okay, who you got?
It's on there for the same position, but it's not the same position, right?
Yeah, it was the same.
Say Gary Cooper.
It was the same.
Stormwater.
He's at a, he's
He's
a
That's
right.
right.
You're right.
yeah.
And
But somebody else had already written in the same name. So on the form, you just put a second one.
Okay, good old South Bend.
how many?
Okay. I think it's 126, but we had, this was military envelope, and then that ballot in there that was.
Right.
Okay, is that right?
That's right. So you had
126.
126, which is right, and 2 more, and 128. Because I had 2 military.
Oh, okay,
This,
and now,
this goes with y'all's regular vote.
Oh, okay.
I mean, with your regular.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, this is.
Alrighty.
I need to get you another stack.
All right.
Try to get the word out, you know.
Big five coming up, I didn't see for you yet.
Six spot in here for it.
We're ready for some more work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's, I saw it busy, so I think folding.
We'll do it. Duplicate those, rip them apart. We'll do it.
Look at this one. Let me look at it.
Let's see. 53.
I'm not gonna get this one.
Now we wait.
First,
How many say that?
52. Yeah.
I don't know, just sitting on the table.
Number 26.
I don't know what that's doing on the paper.
Anything to do with it?
Nope.
Oh. This one is waiting on. North Main.
We have a few community side.
North Main.
Say, it could be too, they look like they used to sharpen. And it bled through.
Yeah, it could be too.
Go ahead.
That's probably the reason why, really. The cut on the side is between the tick marks and sitting in the middle.
What you got?
07/31. Okay.
Well,
But,
That's all, that's good.
okay.
Okay. Will y'all
Yeah.
check that out and make sure I didn't cover it?
We got 63 for, 064.
Okay, that's right, 63.
Oh, yeah, down there in the ground. Only one of them's plugged in the extension. Only one's
only one.
Yeah, they ran home and outlet, wired up all the outlet for the one. So,
It didn't look too good anyway. It was bumped before.
well, it turned out they scratched at it, it was paint,
No.
but somebody just painted
Hmm.
it. I mean, the outlet is still useless, but.
We're going to continue with another two circuits. I mean, if you got to redo the meter, you're not going to go back.
Yeah, I mean. I was on my phone.
Is that the duplicate?
Yeah, looking on the
Okay,
internet,
that's good.
searching, searching, trying
Okay,
to figure
here's
it out.
Staley. That's the,
Soil and water,
or you go for mine, that's the original.
fill it.
You find nothing about it.
Gasoline, GASA. Kathy, here are the envelopes for Kathy, Dawn,
Rose is
406. Here's the
Okay. Well, pretty simple. That's
You need to,
Yeah, she, I can get after you walk.
okay, and you drop them right there. Get that right there. And then just get one at the very beginning. Yes, that's it.
Hey, how are you?
you're ready.
Okay, what's your name?
080N, aisle 33.
That's right.
All right, so take it from the back.
No, from the front.
Well, from
I
here.
didn't know they would get all the reading.
David, what happened
That's
there?
the, just open that lid
What?
one up.
All those top basket that went through the.
Didn't read them the first time.
Here you go, Stanley, that's boom 5. You got it. Boom
Oh.
5, right in.
Either just went through so fast, scanning marking, and you didn't pick them up. Pick them up.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 6'3".
6'3". And just,
From here?
yes.
Ready, 08S, 19.
19. You have to let it down, Mike, just make it this way. There you go.
Okay.
Now, wait. This one.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen it not catch right in the first time.
Word in, word over.
What did they do last time? I was-
All right, Chris. Next, you got next.
What?
Next. Then next.
Yeah, 143 South.
Oh, right in?
Yeah. They wrote in the president.
I'm not gonna do that with it.
Oh, they had more on the back.
One of them, somebody wrote on the ballot.
Ashley, are you checking the signatures? Is that what you're doing? They already done that. I know, but I think the idea is that if people looking through all of these and looking at names and thinking they're looking at who people voted.
You get that right in.
I haven't seen any of my voting on it.
I don't think they've gotten it back yet, or given it back.
No,
I think
here's,
they still have.
No, I mean, you already put the whole stack in there.
Really,
Oh, yeah.
something obvious on our looking, you want to ask Dawn, did they see it doing all that?
I'm gonna wait to put in 30.
And did this count as an overvote?
Staley,
Obviously, yeah.
how did that come out? Overvote or write-in or the one
It's probably gonna need to do a duplicate ballot on it, right?
duplicate? Okay, well,
Probably will, because
So they voted for Biden and then they wrote it in.
so don't do the writing.
Yeah, we would just do it. I mean, we need to take a vote on it, though.
Yeah, okay.
This is a ballot where somebody voted for Biden, and then also wrote him in. I think the voter intent's clear that, the intent was for Biden. So I move that we, create a duplicate ballot that corrects that writing mistake and overvote.
I second that.
Thanks to me.
All opposed? All in favor, say aye. Motion carries.
on the backside, Board of Education, you only voted for one anyway, right?
And the same, they did the
Same
same
woman, see,
thing.
that wouldn't go as an overvote.
And for soil and
Soil
water.
and water would go as an overvote.
So just do the, don't do the any writing.
If they could vote for four from the Board of Education, they only voted for one.
And all voted for, yeah, Seneca Wallace was written in and voted for, so I think clearly that's just one vote. And then, same thing for David Michael School, same thing, so. Everybody wants to look at this.
On motion, we accept it.
Same conditions. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
What precinct is that?
That is 03S.
We need to clear that out and run the whole thing again.
What are you doing different that's making them go by? Is it just a machine warming up, or
That's what I think, that's my guess.
is that first one, that first
So the
day?
first day, I mean, it was crap, and then late about 3 in the afternoon, they were just zipping. That's why I came in today, turned the thing on this morning, let me know what is that?
Found these on my desk. Mike was putting down some point.
Oh, I thought we were just playing 9/11. Should have been 6 of them. That's
Play
okay.
down.
We need to take it 9/11 then,
Yeah.
sometime,
This.
probably when we take the boots down there tomorrow.
Oh, just kidding.
All right, let me see, you said that was 3 at South, we get back on that campus, I want the whole thing.
Oh,
We're gonna have to count this, overvote before, then from the county.
Got that one. I thought that was my screen.
we tried.
No, I know.
Okay.
You haven't seen the yellow paper there, right?
Oh, you know, I mean,
And his head, and he was like.
You colorblind?
So I was looking at it, and then I got a text. And I was like, you see this?
I should have said yes.
I
All right,
didn't,
let's see, I gotta go
I mean,
back.
it was perfectly still.
Yeah,
What'd you get?
32.
Yeah, 46.
And the beautiful thing about it is, his hair is so white, so pretty. And if you see the black spots, so we do this on this picture, and I'm thinking, you know, the one you get up and does, and you know.
These are more duplicates, right?
That's original.
I got a number for you when you're ready, Don.
Okay,
I have another one for you. You're ready
Yeah.
also.
Which one you doing? Which one you doing, Noel?
10S1.
78?
Yes, sir. 10S1. Is that a split, the new split one?
that's,
That's
it's
the
the
Menards.
original,
Which used to be 10S.
yeah, how many jump in, sorry,
78.
78?
The checks on my sheet. You got the same sheet I got?
Yeah, I just gotta give them, y'all had the military.
We did, yep.
Okay, so y'all good?
You're ready whenever you want to.
Okay. All right, here you go, Stabler. It's the duplicated one and the original.
Right, clear on that
Who do y'all have?
one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
49.
Okay.
That's the next receipt we're gonna split.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, you're not in this until tomorrow.
What's the-
Small.
Go to the next one. I believe I will.
Man.
Okay, what you got?
Oh, no, yes. 57.
Yep. All right, thank you.
What's with the zip code?
You can take it.
Yeah.
That's the one. The lady called me. Yeah, you go.
Okay, I can set of gloves when I get.
Yes, yes, five set gloves.
I got a number for you, Don.
Okay, which one?
You're just
12E.
rocking up. I love you.
Like 12E?
East Burlington, 12E,
Uh-huh.
24.
Yes.
We have a number.
Okay, what's yours? So, Eric, okay, 15, all right.
My granddaughter goes to her birthday this Friday. So,
We're gonna get some more color.
my granddaughter, who is at Guilford College, was at homecoming weekend, you know, that's birthday. And I didn't go there with, my son. So, she got ready to go back to my granddaughter, who was at Guilford College. Got ready to go back to Sunday. Yeah, so she was packed,
Okay,
ready,
12 in.
12 in. And,
42.
Grab you enough.
The roommate. And she was positive. So my son told her, Trevor.
Oh, I
Pass it, you know, because they, you know, of course, everybody has a separate bedroom. But now, you know, my daughter-in-law works home, so I guess they're all in line to get tested again. The whole, you know, so which means, they couldn't come to my house.
You're right.
They, they didn't, which is why I was telling Ryan, that's why my son probably going to get, see the friend that I had. And the girl, the roommate, who is the RA, had not told the school, but she didn't want to move in the dorm, you know, where people, you know.
Yeah.
Like she has no other choice.
Yeah.
You know. So, but now, you know, I said, I gotta wait for the entire, that whole family
Yeah.
to get to,
To run through the whole thing.
yeah.
So my granddaughter's in Lake Forest. And she has plans. So they put her in what they call the COVID hotel.
Yeah,
They've got a dormitory that's dedicated.
but, you know,
She's supposed to stay in this room all day long, have her meals brought to her. I guess she'd go out and go to the bathrooms. And it was also her birthday. My wife was saying, well, I don't know where to mail a birthday card.
yeah, well, see, that in Hilton College has the same thing, and most of them do. Like the one that my granddaughter at UCF, University of Central Florida, they have the same thing. But this girl didn't want to go over in that dorm, and she doesn't really appeal.
And we need something to do in a little room all day long. So I guess she's got it anyway. He is one of those signatures you can't find. Yeah, this is a trick.
Looks like mine.
I got 11.
22 for 129.
Six.
Sorry. Is that the right number, Don?
That is. There's two there. My little, my niece, she's the little, no, she said sorry. She was like, I want to help. She, I was like, okay.
You're ready with number.
Okay, which one, what do y'all have?
We had, 128,
128, how many?
15.
Ooh,
Is that right?
that's right.
Oh, he's a cool one.
Yeah.
Well, you can't help it. Real quick.
What y'all
125.
What you got?
20.
Yes.
And they were also
Let me look at
celebrating-
this. Y'all should have.
I did change it.
Did you change it?
Yeah, I did.
I'm glad you got that. You remember.
Yeah, because they would have been asking all kinds of
I
questions.
don't know whether they should
And,
celebrate.
They're particular about things, which is a great thing, but I told them, read the week, and I said, I just got to.
Yeah.
So my son, how old is he? We were having a family
Sometimes you just
Love
start shooting
my
every other
mom.
one.
Yeah.
And boy, she practiced and practiced and practiced.
It's up there. It's learning, you know.
It is. But they are not doing anything, so she. And I'm glad because she's 13. But I tell you, I mean, that we've done before, plus I have a niece who's a senior in high school, and she's on the school team, and she also plays the AAU.
Soccer's around there really good.
Oh, my grandson in Florida, oh, soccer, I know, he played soccer. And then, he had a tournament this past weekend in Orlando. But they don't mind going to Orlando because that's where their daughter is in school, so they, get deported and, but it, you talking about it. He's really good. Even. But it's really outrageous.
They have all the academies and schools and all that.
My two grandsons play hockey. And that must be,
That's the
I don't know how expensive it is. But
That's the most.
Oh, well, and one of them with the mother is in, I think, Tampa, Florida this weekend, this past weekend to play, and then
Yeah, okay.
my son is going somewhere up north.
I only took it.
They're in a league where they travel distances every weekend.
Yeah, that's way,
Yeah.
that's way the AAU.
13.
And the academy teams, they.
All right, get the last one.
Yeah, right there.
Soccer,
064.
they're the ones who just made it out of, England. They were in England, and so they just made it out of England. So,
No, what?
son-in-law decided they were gonna leave the days early, once we got up and they made it out.
Okay, 126.
I got it.
Oh, it was in there, okay, 126. Some of them were in, and so we got 38 total.
That's right.
Uh,
Perfect, okay. That's it.
don't know.
No, did you take the ballot out of here? Yeah, you just took that with the regular envelopes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, duplicate for 0642.
Okay, all right, lay that right there.
Yeah.
Go back in the precinct. Original.
I don't know, I thought it was a duplicate.
Did you want the original to go back in the precinct?
That's, yeah, I think that's what Kathy does.
You might come back in.
All right.
All right. Which one you got? 12 to
Oh,
18. And plus one here.
of course it
Is
is.
with it. So put, plus one, just put 19 in circle. All righty. Yeah, so that's right.
And the first two,
Uh-huh.
they didn't mark them out, so I know.
Okay, well, if it might spit them out, it might not. We'll
Okay.
see. But that's it.
That it?
That's it. Thank y'all.
CD player, man, you look at the music on
Brian, I finally
Yes,
found somebody who said when a Lindsay takes it, got to go up to 90. Talk about it. Talk about it. Most of them thought that was gonna happen, it's the person, and they said, no. I've been saying all along, I don't think it's. They said it doesn't work without the mandate, and it's been working without the mandate for over years, so how can they say it doesn't work?
This would have to pass.
Yeah,
There's only two.
the other thing I'm thinking of, if they were to say, okay, we're gonna invalidate, they'd have to say effective a year from now or something. So they give them time to put something in place. Or effective when another law is passed, who knows?
Just to check it.
Yeah, yes, that did. There is the writing for 364. You can just say it because it's that law, it's fine. Thank you. Okay. What you got?
Well, does you,
There's an item on this one.
39,
Yes, ma'am.
and I did not put the envelope. I left everything in here.
Okay. Living till stay.
Six on the
That
board,
was good,
eight
okay.
on one, 67.
Hold on a second. All right, there's the duplicated.
I think the current one is.
Right next
Now, Staley,
Do we want to duplicate it?
well, it might run through.
They said that they've got like that appointment.
It don't look like it's got anything on it. Really?
What?
Don't look at me, I didn't know.
Can't miss on that.
Yeah,
What?
what he said. And she mailed, they brought it in. Well, let's
I'll
see.
just
What's the
You know,
number?
like.
overvote that sucker.
Once you turn 72, you're out.
Well, we already checked, they just lay it over
There
there.
you go.
That's the one in the bag is the one that, oh, put that with the other one.
Up until recently,
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't think you had the
That's why I didn't
potential
think
until you were in
Yeah.
your 60s. Up until the last.
Okay, so we're done.
Y'all done? Just sit that over
Okay.
there, and I'll tell him that's
It's
the
the
one.
top one.
Yes, the top one, Staley.
No, it's a top one.
3 questions old last year.
I heard.
For the first time, you
Just leave
spoke
that
out at
in
all.
there.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
What precinct is that?
I'm just reading it.
12W.
He was so poorly qualified. I think, was he the one that decided they went to National American Bar Association?
I know who's on the list, I can't remember.
No, we got it right
I'm
here.
sorry.
Give me a name, I'll go see him.
Tom was the one that- he was so poorly qualified, they decided not to ask the ADA to rate.
They see the difference.
Well, his qualifications was that he was a black conservative. And that's what they wanted, to take 31.
You don't have to tell Dr. Yarborough.
That's still missing.
Okay, all right.
Don, you have another stack for us.
That's it. That's all.
What?
Yes, that's all.
You
We're
can
done.
turn-
Yeah, we're just waiting.
Waiting for him to run. One of them's back there. She's doing the last one. Waiting on one
So
to
we're
come
just
up.
chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I swore. I don't read Supreme Court decisions anymore. And I don't do that for fun after I did it for so many years in school.
I do it for fun.
It didn't plumb when you read as many as I have.
These nuts.
You start to
SpongeBob SquarePants.
it gets to the point where you read, okay, this justice
We
wrote
have
this,
kind of
this isn't gonna be that bad, and then other justices.
right in, two of them.
They're stylistically horrible writers, you know, it's their,
Write-ins for a week.
Right in
it's
for
really their
which one?
interests around them, their,
Yeah.
But some of them are really good, and some.
Y'all would do the writing and stuff. I don't know how they're doing it. I'm just.
Really doesn't start tomorrow.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay.
And it's
15th.
Devin Arts.
Okay, on the
Brown.
backside, the soil and water,
Kind
You know,
of, and
the
the
name
Elmira.
is
And Holly Hill Mall.
David.
yeah, the mall.
Last name is Gaskett, D-A-S-K-E-T-T-E. Okay. The other one.
Okay.
Which one you said under president,
34 plus 2.
32.
Oh, one more time. That's it. Thank y'all.
Vernon to preach, all you have, you don't have to put the name, it's non-certified, so you just put a one right there. Under non-certified.
Right.
Okay, wait a minute, we have more.
What precinct is
that?
What's the name of
Under,
Huh?
Couldn't tell you.
Pleasantville.
Right.
Board of Education.
Always
Okay.
throws me off when I see all these long ones and I get delayed.
EEC.
Oh, God.
And the last name is Lutz. Yep.
DVDs in there again, huh?
I'm leaving this one right here.
The next name under that
Okay.
is SpongeBob.
Probably get that out of the way.
What's the ONT?
B.O.B. Yeah, Square Pants is the last name.
What?
SpongeBob SquarePants. Along with D's nuts.
He's on there,
Really?
or she, I guess.
Where is
Have you ever seen the South Park episode about the vote, where they're voting for their, it's like a parody of Pop Daddy and South Rock, but they're voting on the team mascot.
And,
And it's either, it's between the Douche and
It just does that to irritate you all. doesn't it?
I-D-W-A-R-D.
With one.
And the last name is Tentacle. Tentacles.
Have we got to post these names or at the end, or we just,
They have to get at least 5 to be even be. Isn't that right, Staley?
Yeah. That's what it's on you. You want to look at SpongeBob?
The bad thing about it is you never know what the total is until you do all of them.
Okay, here's South. Who? I mean, South Newland, sorry, South Newland. I was over here working on, I was over here working on the booze.
South Melville.
I saw you guys, because that's your picture with them, for us,
They're trying to see if the pin was in the upper right-hand corner. Messed up the tick marks.
Got it duplicated.
Yep. They want to see if the pin worked, and they have to try it up there in the corner. 77 on the board, 1 in waiting, 78 got checked.
You have a little mark up there.
Yep,
That's all that.
they want to check their pin, see if it was right.
We got this fellow an overvote.
They won't even read
You
that one.
won't read it.
Anything messes up in tick marks, they won't even read it, you know.
I saw that little, where somebody had made a mark in the corner, and that's what I said they were doing, trying to see if their opinions were right. Instead of, one little envelope that we want.
Cassie said she thought we'd be out in 3:30.
People quit checking the pins a little bit. Don't have any more of them folks.
Yeah, at least we weren't here
We're
for
near the
5,000.
understand.
4,862.
10 hours
So
for
who's
6
counting?
minutes, 22 seconds.
That's good.
Original duplicate.
Maybe the land is over 1 mile.
What you got on that? Right in or?
Right in 103.
A little waste of your time. Wasted vote.
Ready to do this?
Bad boy looks like Halo. H-A-L-O.
3 words.
Yep. And then Drew Gooden.
I've seen it all now, those days.
No, you hadn't. You just wait. There'll be something else. Always is.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of people who's gonna want to vote for nothing else.
Y'all didn't hear about that one, did you? Did y'all hear us talking about it? That one precinct, the lady mailed it, I don't know if she brought it in or mailed it in the plastic bag. Her cat peed on it. So that's the, that's Jack right there. Yeah, I mean, you can tell on the envelope. I would have had to call him. Got this full bottle. I lost it.
Watching a machine work, what would you like to try to count all of my hands? Have you ever done that, Don? You have a lot of people.
One
Each person
time,
writes out a mark for his team and
Double
then.
check your sheet,
which one?
125. I got 31, I'm sure you got 31, I got, 21. 20 says on the sheet here.
It might have been, well, hold on, where's my? All right, which one, 125?
125,
It should be 21.
that's what I got.
Okay. And what, there was a military, they didn't probably add that one. One time, do you remember several years back when they had all those judges and we had to, I don't remember how in the world we voted for those judges. How was that, Staley?
What's that?
Remember all those judges that time, that one year when they were, how were
Was
they
that been
counted?
like 2014 maybe?
You had a lead now?
Remember, and it was
No,
like,
you did that to, oh shoot, what do you call it?
what did they call
I don't know
that?
what they call it.
Was there like it wasn't that long ago. It was one
No,
that Jim Robertson
Two
won.
years, it was that,
Rob Johnson got
well,
on.
running ballot, something.
what was it called? Anyway, we
The
had to,
seat opened up so late that anybody could run.
no, this was with the state. It was
Well,
like
this is
all
this
these,
is a whole new procedure. It was,
yeah, it was a,
it was kind of like the playoffs. Whoever got 4, 3,
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
got moved over.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
something
Oh, yeah.
weird, and we
Yeah.
had to do
I got it
those
on
by
my stuff at the
hand.
computer at the house. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, I
I
can't
know what
get
it's
that.
called.
That was a crazy year.
Should go with the portion, or something. You rate your candidates 1, 2, 3, 4.
Something like, it was
Yep,
something
that's
like
what it
that, yeah.
You had to rate them by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it was, and then whoever got the most ones got in the top, who got the most twos, and all that. Yeah, something like that.
That's the only time we ever did that. It must not have worked too good, I don't know.
Nope, hadn't heard about it since. So,
Mhm.
to Green Family Halloween candy. This year,
Yes.
like we normally have.
Well, there's been a lot of emails going around in my neighborhood about how to work it out. Generally, that bag actually mostly comes from our leftovers, so there still may be hope for you.
What are kids going to trick or treat this year?
Well, I live in Glencoe, which is just one loop, so there's a homeowners association, everybody knows everybody. And so I think they're just gonna put little bags out in the yard.
Oh,
Kids can pick
okay.
them up and
Whatever,
wait for them.
yeah. That's a good idea.
I think we're gonna take them to the grandparents.
Yeah, just do that.
Yeah, our neighborhood gets nice and spooky at the end of October. You get leaves blowing around and all the little houses. So,
In Glencoe.
yeah, it's a pretty good scene.
What's your daughter gonna be?
Well, so she has 2 costumes right now, and that we're still counting. She has one that is like a bell costume,
Uh-huh,
and then one that is like a pink monster costume.
okay,
She'll probably be wearing both at some point.
yes, yes.
So, I don't know.
I got a mean dragon, a fat dragon, and the fat dragon's extra costume is Saturn.
Okay. And hey, even if it's her, if she wants to open it, I'll have to print new stickers though. Okay? Get her name.
Right in 129.
Is she still up there? Okay, yep. I'll be right back.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Fantastic. It's up to the board.
What you got?
The writing for 12 North, and it is illegible. Is that Sandra Haberstrom or Haberstrom? Harrelson? Might be Harrelson. Which one of these guys got this?
Right in there, just for that, man.
Oh,
Yours.
There you go. Dorothy, did they get your writing when you had, the writing you had?
Yes,
Okay.
I let Brian check it.
Okay.
like Sandra Harrelson.
That was right. Sandra Harrelson.
Holy shit. $14.66. Check, check.
Check, check. All righty.
Plus one cat.
Yeah.
Oh. I need to wear these.
They said it smelled pretty bad. Is that open or? I mean, is it open?
Oh, no, it's closed.
Just move what you need to do.
we all through now?
I think, I don't know what he has to do.
Who?
You,
I'm just copying down a thumb drive and give you the thumb drive and that's it for me. Don't wait no.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
4 minutes to spare.
Unanimous.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, everybody.